Hello and welcome to Chabot News for May 17th, 2017. I'm Florido Maniego. And in today's news, we'll have the latest on Crayola's new color, blue. We will have a live report from Carlos Mendoza about De-Stress Week. Philip Antoine will give us the scoop on Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan's newly born daughter. And Bobby Spang will tell us about the Golden State Warriors playoff run. All that and more on Chabot News. Hey McDonald's, we already have spoons, forks, knives, and sporks. We didn't need forks. And yet, we are now living in a world where forks exist. According to NBC News, forks came about as part of a McDonald's campaign to, quote, get the word out that sandwiches in its new signature crafted recipes lineup are so packed with toppings that you'll need a special utensil to deal with it. Even a fork infomercial has aired on TV. At first, the fork didn't seem real, but apparently you can actually own one. A limited supply of forks will also be available with the purchase of a signature crafted recipes sandwich, but only at participating restaurants. You can call 1-844-MCD-FORK or visit McDonald's Fork website to find out where to get yours. Now with a live report on Chabot College, here's Carlos Mendoza talking about Chabot's De-Stress Week.
Hi, this is Carlos Mendoza reporting at Chabot College for KCTH Channel 27. And I'm here in the calm before the storm of finals week. You know, here to talk about De-Stress Week is Rolando Recorder.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir, but do you know about De-Stress Week of Chabot College?
I do not. Care to enlighten me about that?
Well, De-Stress Week is like, you know, to de-stress the students of Chabot, the fellow classmates of ours, you know, fellow graduates who are graduating this year. Okay. You know about the dog, the service dog they brought to the school?
Oh, I never heard of this dog. What about it?
Well, what about this dog?
Yeah.
Well, it's a dog. You got to do a little survey to pet it. And basically, you do the survey. If you pass the test, you get to pet the dog.
Hold on a second. So you have to take a survey, pass a test, to pet the dog, to distress yourself. That seems kind of counterproductive, don't you think?
How do you feel about that?
I just said...
Yeah, no, I'm kind of a reporter, but...
I feel like it's kind of counterproductive, but I think it's good to have a dog to help you distress. And it's a very stressful week. People trying to get their stuff in, especially me. Gonna start my filming today, Tom, I promise. But yeah, what else is going on for Distress Week?
I mean, there's also dinner tonight at the STEM Center at 6 p.m. You can take yourself a hot date. Any recommendations, you know?
Recommendations for dates?
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Damn, ladies. Sorry. Or guys. You know, whatever you're into.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. You don't know what you're into. Anyways, any recommendations for how do you de-stress before finals? That's my main question.
De-stress? I work out, clearly. And yeah, just chill at home. Chill with friends. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's all the time we have right here at Chabot College right here for the De-Stress Week. Let's go back to you guys in the studio. Later.
Gracias, Carlos. A brilliant blue color discovered accidentally by Oregon State University chemists will soon be the newest addition to Crayola's box. The crayon color inspired by the blue pigment known as Yinmin blue is the replacement for the recently retired dandelion crayon. The vibrant blue was discovered by Oregon State University chemists who were heating up chemicals in hopes of finding new materials that could be used in electronics. In what the university calls a, quote, serendipitous discovery, one of the chemical mixes came out of the furnace a striking blue. The Yinmin moniker comes from the elements that comprise it: yttrium, indium, manganese, and oxygen. Crayon fans will have the opportunity to name the new color by submitting name suggestions through Crayola's website from May 5th to June 2nd. Now with a report about a San Francisco bar, here's our local correspondent, Daniel Imani.
After almost 25 years in operation, local bar Lucky 13 is set to be demolished and replaced with new housing. According to the San Francisco's planning department, developers are seeking to demolish the bar and its patio to build a 28-unit, 5-story apartment building with 3,000 square feet of ground floor commercial space. A planning department's notice was posted on the bar, but does not mean that closure is imminent, and a public effort to save the bar is very likely. Bar manager Martin Cranel said that the wheels were in motion, but due to the building's historical significance, it would be at least another year and a half before any final decisions were made.
Lucky 13 has been around for over 20 years. It was built by the Woodsmen of the World, which basically was a fraternity like the Elks Lodge or something. And it was built for women and children after the 1906 earthquake. It's where Harvey Milk had his inaugurational party. It's just a fun place. And, unfortunately, we don't own the property, so what happens will happen. And there's not much we can do about it.
The permit estimates that demolition of Lucky 13 and the new construction will cost nearly $4 million. There's still no word yet on how long the work will take or which company will oversee the project.
Thanks, Daniel. A family claims a possessed blue-eyed doll wanders their house at night and scratches their children while they sleep. The Nunez family from Peru say that the creepy blonde doll named Sarita is causing paranormal activities and is awakening the spirit of a family who killed herself a few years ago. They also said they see strange lights and hear weird noises in the house, and bizarre scratches appear on their kids. This phenomenon has been ongoing for about 7 years, and the doll has been dubbed as the Peruvian Annabelle, based off the movie. The family had asked angel expert Sorala de Los Angeles to cleanse their home in hopes that the spirit would finally leave them alone. Speaking of more weird stuff, next we'll hear from Daniel with a report about the recent How Weird Festival in San Francisco, and then we'll check in with Dave O'Shea for a peek behind the scenes of his truly bizarre upcoming TV series, The Glory Hole.
On May 7th, tens of thousands of weirdos descended upon the streets of San Francisco. They were all joined together for the 18th annual How Weird Street Fair. Each year, the streets are flooded with people dressed in various costumes and enjoying dozens of music stages hosting DJs from around the world. The bass echoed down the street and clouds of smoke and bubbles streaked through the sky. On one stage, belly dancers in gold swayed in time to the thumping of house music, while at another stage, burners were getting down to psytrance. There were reggae stages, future bass stages, and many others that could appeal to any audience. And it wouldn't be an official San Francisco street fair without dozens and dozens of nudists casually strolling by in their birthday suits. I spoke to an enthusiastic participant about her experience at the event.
Hey, this is Daniel Imani. I'm over here at How Weird in San Francisco. It's another beautiful day, the 18th annual How Weird Street Fair. As you can see, it's very noisy, a lot of people. We're having a great time. How many years have you been coming to this?
Oh, this is like my 4th or 5th year coming.
Guys, who are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm definitely going to hit up the Solid Gold Jacuzzi stage for a bunch of my friends and also the Drift stage at Symbiosis. And I heard maybe Mimosa might be playing a special surprise set at the Northern Night stage.
This year's theme was set to commemorate the 50-year anniversary of the Summer of Love, which was a historic period of time for San Francisco. In those years, the hippie movement garnered national attention and forever reshaped the dynamic of San Francisco. The event carried on until sunset, then everyone dispersed to one of the dozens of after-parties, while others stumbled home in an Uber and passed out from a day of drinking and dancing in the sun. This is one of those very unique San Francisco occurrences that make this city by the bay so special. This is Daniel Imani signing off from downtown San Francisco.
The Glory Hole will have its television premiere on Friday, June 2nd at 11 p.m. on KCMC Channel 28. Providing the soundtrack for this bizarre new weekly series is composer Kevin Stearns.
So there's this guy named Dave who I met at a friend's party, and I had known that he makes films. I was looking for an excuse to keep writing music, so I just went over and had a discussion with him and said, hey, I would like to offer my services for free. And he said, well, that sounds like the right price, but let's hear what you got. So there was no immediate yes, but so we went out to my car and I put on some music, and Dave liked what he heard. And so he told me about a project he was working on. It ended up being a really fun project. Still hasn't finished that film. Not sure I should mention that. But he did end up using some of that music for his Easter Bunny commercial for his quote children's book, which you should never let a child read. So it still worked out. So Dave's working on a show called The Glory Hole. Glory Hole. Thank you. Thank you for making me say that. Which is it's a TV show, and he's gonna keep using that music that I wrote for him before. And there's also going to be new music. He's got an arm-long list of requests for me, which is great. And I've already started putting some things together. So we're moving forward.
So be sure to catch The Glory Hole, premiering June 2nd at 11 p.m. on KCMC Channel 28.
Thanks, guys. A man named Christian Fisher was arrested after he allegedly placed his penis onto the checkout scanner at a Seattle supermarket. According to a report from Huffington Post, a security guard rushed to his store's female cashier who was reacting to Fisher after he had placed his penis on the scanner. The suspect was apparently laughing and had no shame of showing his male genitalia to the public. The cashier was disturbed, and after some physical confrontation with other employees, Fisher was later spotted by cops and was arrested. Following this incident, it is safe to say that the supermarket has become a grocery store. Moving on to entertainment world, here's Philip.
Thanks, Flo. Brie Bella, along with her husband, former four-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan, became parents last week with the birth of their daughter, Birdie Jo Danielson. Birdie's timing couldn't have been better since Mother's Day was just a few days after she was born. Bella endured 22 hours of labor. It is being reported that doctors had a hard time performing a C-section on Bella because her abs were too tight. Congratulations to the Total Divas stars. The Late Show host Stephen Colbert has been praised for his recent comments about President Trump. In an opening monologue that Colbert did on The Late Show, he stated, quote, "Mr. President, if I came to the Oval Office and saw you behind the desk, I'd cry too." Others took to Twitter and started the hashtag #FireColbert. Colbert then went on to say, quote, "I'm still the host. Donald Trump, you're a terrible president. Please resign." That's it for entertainment. Back to you, Flo.
Thanks, Philip. Keeping this up within the nation's capital, the Union Station in Washington, D.C. experienced some technical difficulties on Monday, May 15th, according to Washington Post. Instead of showing advertisements, the digital screen at the main hall exposed pornographic videos during rush hour at 5:30 p.m. One bystander revealed that the explicit footage was from Pornhub's website, and since then, the screen has been shut down. Some people were speechless, while others might have been aroused. But with this unexpected occurrence, the train station definitely went off the rails. Now with the latest scoops on hoops, here's Bobby.
Thanks, Flo. Basketball fans, it's time to vote for your Shaqtin' a Fool MVP. This year's nominations include Atlanta Hawks center Dwight Howard, Boston Celtics guard Marcus Smart, Oklahoma City Thunder's Russell Westbrook, and Golden State Warriors center Zaza Pachulia. As a result of their hilarious turnovers, falls, flops, and more, these finalists have the chance to take home the coveted prize of becoming Shaqtin' a Fool MVP. Past MVPs include the likes of last year's winner James Harden and Golden State's own JaVale McGee. You can cast your vote by posting the name of your desired Shaqtin' a Fool MVP with the hashtag #ShaqtinMVP. The winner will be announced next week. The Golden State Warriors are up 2-0 against their Western Conference final opponents, the San Antonio Spurs. The first game on Sunday was an absolute thriller as the Warriors came back from a 25-point deficit and won the game 113-111. The Spurs were blowing out Golden State during the first 2.5 quarters until forward Kawhi Leonard went down with an ankle injury. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant led the charge with a combined total of 74 points. Tuesday's Game 2 was a different story as the Warriors cruised their way to a 136-100 victory with Curry leading the way with 29 points. Game 3 will be this Saturday, May 20th, inside the AT&T Center. The Warriors will look to take another step closer to get to the NBA Finals with the hopes of facing the Cleveland Cavaliers and not blowing another 3-1 lead. Well, that's it for sports this week. Back to you, Flo.
Thanks, Bobby. A massive Maine Coon cat measuring nearly 4 feet long in Australia may be the world's largest and longest domestic cat. Omar the Maine Coon from Melbourne became a star on Instagram, prompting Guinness World Records to contact his owner for his measurements. Omar's owner, Steffi Hurst, told the Herald Sun, "At first I thought, is this real?" Omar weighs 31 pounds and measures about 3 feet and 11 inches long, almost an inch longer than the current record holder and fellow Maine Coon, Ludo, who is 3 feet and 10.59 inches long. Hearst said Omar was a regular-sized kitten, but quickly grew to 22 pounds, prompting her to believe he may be one of the world's largest cats. Since this is the last newscast of the spring semester, I would like to formally announce that I will be taking my talents to San Francisco State University. But in all seriousness, I would like to thank every single person who has pretty much helped me during my time here at Chabot. And yes, I will be transferring to SFSU. And just letting you guys know that all of you guys have a special place in my heart. But be sure to support your graduating gladiators on May 27th from 9 to 10:30 a.m. and from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And that's it for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV, and stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV. This is Florido Maniego, signing off for the last time.